Welcome, my people, to another episode of Sign Out Loud. So, there was this one time, I'm a guide at the national park, and I'm responsible for, taking the tourists around. So, I pick my cruiser. I have about, four tourists. We're ready. We start the journey, gear in, clutch. We start moving on. We're cruising gently, seeing the beautiful nature, the beautiful trees, the forests around, cruising. And it was a chilly morning. So the tourists were, complaining a little bit, but not to worry. Gari lina AC, and that was perfect. Exactly what they needed. And the AC outside, the AC inside, the chill, cold breeze outside. And after a while, we had to turn off that AC because it had become too hot in the car. We continue cruising. We are seeing, different things, many beautiful things. And because of the rough terrain, the car was not stable. So we kept on bouncing from side to side. There were trees there. There were mountains, hills there. And also because it was a rainy season, the terrain was muddy and, not so smooth. And on the side, we saw elephants, beautiful elephants, picking food from leaves from the trees. There was even a baby elephant there sucking on the mother's, on the mother drinking the milk, and you could see the milk all over its mouth. The tourists took their pictures, and now we are going on. Then next up we saw, a buffalo. Buffalo, it was, walking, there were a group of them had searching for water. And they were there looking, moving, looking, and buffaloes, they are not the cutest animals. The tourists did their thing with the photos, and on we went. Up next was a hippopotamus. We saw it, cruising in the water, enjoying. It was like they were playing in the water. But that was not so, nothing interesting about that. And then we kept on moving. But then, because of the rough terrain, remember I said it was a rough terrain, and we were now, on an upward, a steep hill. We had to now, stop the car. The car couldn't move, and kazi kwa vijana sasa. The tourists stopped off, and the men started pushing. While we were pushing, suddenly we saw, buffaloes coming in. We were trying to push. Suddenly, we saw so many animals coming towards us. The tourists got scared, jumped, hopped in the van, closed the doors, and now they were surrounding us. But tourists ni wale, scared of nothing. They had to take their pictures. So we are in there, scared. They're busy taking their, pictures. And luckily enough, we were wondering, how are we going to get out of this situation? Suddenly, the same buffaloes that we had seen, came chasing these animals, and they managed to, get away and escape. And the men, kazi kwao tena, they hopped off, pushed, then we managed to succeed and push it up the hill. And the ladies jumped back in, and then we moved. Up next, we saw a cheetah. Then, the cheetah was hunting slowly, moving quietly, stealthily, quietly, with with its eyes focusing on the antelope. And once it hopped on, and but only managed to get the baby antelope. And you could see the disappointment in its face, because it wanted, the mother, not the baby. And the baby kept crying, But the antelope, the cheetah let go, tried chasing the antelope, but mtaka yote ukosa yote. The baby went, the mother went, and now everything, was gone. Now the cheetah remained there stranded, looking all gloomy. Suddenly, it saw another one. It saw a buffalo. The buffalo that was looking for a herd of water, it had now found where there was water, and now it was drinking. Then, like it did before, taking its position, calculating how to attack the buffalo, while the buffalo, on the other hand, unaware of anything, what was happening, finished drinking water, shaked off, saw the cheetah. It was like it was daring the cheetah. Come. The cheetah pounced and, jumped on the neck, and they were fighting, struggling. And the buffalo managed to turn the cheetah into the water, and the cheetah escaped. And I think that was the highlight for the tourist, taking a lot of pictures. They were wondering how does a cheetah escape fearing water, but the buffalo, strong, stayed there. And we left that, moved on to other things, cruising. Suddenly we saw an antelope that was jumping, hopping up and down, going to the same place that there was water, and the crocodile was there, also watching its prey. Half its body immersed in water, the other half outside with the eyes, focused on the prey. The antelope, unaware of what was coming, it was sipping water, relaxing, drinking the water. And, gently, the crocodile jumped, hopped on the antelope's head, grabbed it, and now the other body parts were struggling, but the crocodile, already with the head in the mouth, turning up and down in the water, drowning the antelope, pressing, biting hard on that neck. And this, while the antelope is busy suffering, my tourists here on the back are busy taking their exciting photos. And the antelope, sadly, it wasn't its day, and it died. And we continued on. Up next, we saw giraffes. Very beautiful giraffes, very beautiful, moving calmly, beautifully, gracefully, without any worry in the world. Gently, there were a couple of them. We watched them pass by. All the tourists were, eyes were glued on the giraffes, mesmerizing at their beauty until they all went away. And also now at this time it was raining, so we couldn't go so fast, so we had to go slowly and managed to reach our hotel, where we sat down, relaxed, started telling stories about everything that we'd seen, scrolling through pictures, people contemplating which was the best. Was it the hippos scene? Was it the crocodile? And food was brought for us, and what was served was nyama. We were taking the nyama, the meat, and it was really exciting. And after that, we're asking, this meat, what's it from? And suddenly they said it was hippo's meat. And some were shocked, some were very excited because it was so sweet. That's the end.